Day 9 of Fat Frog Yoga's Yoga Advent Calendar. Welcome. So I'm not actually going to say what we're going to do today because it's going to be a surprise as we go along. What you will need is a strap, yoga belt, dressing gown cord, shoelace, whatever you can find around the house that can act as a kind of strap. And then grab your mat, grab your chair, wear some comfortable clothing, and I will see you in a second. Place your strap either on your lap or on the floor, wherever's good for you. I'm going to keep mine on my lap for a little while. So we begin, as we are always going to begin, with 3 breaths. So bring your hands to prayer position at heart center. Take a soft gaze to a point on the floor in front of you, or close the eyes if you wish. And we'll take 3 deep breaths in and out. And as we breathe, we just check in with ourselves, noticing the body and noticing how we're feeling. And let's take a stretch overhead. So on an inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Take a big stretch up, hands about shoulder distance apart. Spread those fingers out, really stretch. Stretch up, stretch up, stretch up, stretch up, stretch up. And then push those palms down and away. Let's take my fave cat cow. So on an inhale, we open the chest, we look forward or up. And exhale, round through the back, tummy button drawing in towards the spine. Inhale, open the chest, shoulder blades draw together down the back. We gaze up. Exhale, round through the back, drop in the gaze. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round through the back. So explore your cat-cow. You might want to take it in circles. You might want to wiggle hips. You might want to wiggle hips. If your back isn't liking it that much, just take your gaze up and your gaze down, making the slightest movement in your spine if you want to. Really listen to your spine and how much it wants to mobilize today or not. Next time you exhale, make that the last time and come back to center. Now we are going to take hold of the strap. So come to sit in the center of your seat, and we're going to take the strap around the underneath of the thigh. Obviously, you can use your hands if you wish to. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift that thigh up using the strap or using hands. And we want to start to sway the leg from side to side. So we're trying to move from the hip rather than anywhere else. And we're just making a conscious effort to keep the foot flexed, so not kind of turned on, but just flexed. And the knee kind of stable, so we're not wobbling that lower leg around, we're moving from the hip. And then guide your leg around in some circles. So we're now kind of rotating into the hip, and really just feel how your hip feels today. So those circles might be quite small. They might be massive and large. Doesn't matter either way. We just want to get those hips moving, or this hip moving for now. And then always remember to take those circles the other way. And really, as you rotate, maybe try to make the circles bigger. Maybe try and make the circles bigger, as in if the hip opens. Doesn't matter if it doesn't. We are listening to our body and feeling how it feels. And then come to some stillness. Place that foot down on the floor. Keeping the strap in the hand, we're going to use the same leg, and we're going to place the strap around the bottom of the foot. So big toe ball joint and a little toe ball joint. Lift the leg up, lift the foot up, straighten that foot out. Both straps in each hand. I like to wrap my strap around my hands, but you might not, doesn't matter. We're keeping the toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Spine is nice and straight. We're not kind of collapsing into spine, keeping the spine straight. And so we are getting stretch out of that leg. You might want to lift the leg up. You might have the leg down here. We want the leg as straight as it wants to go so that we are feeling that stretch down it. Take in a couple of breaths. And then take both straps into one hand. Place the other hand wherever I'm placing one that is. And we're going to move the leg out to the side, going to where that hip wants to open. Sometimes it helps to bend the knee to re-straighten the leg, to ease the hip open more. Or if you feel kind of like a little niggle in the hip, bend the knee a couple of times to see how much that helps you to open. And again, we're keeping the spine straight, taking that leg out to where we want to. And don't worry about where your hip is or where your leg is. It's just showing you how your body's feeling today, and it's something that if you want to work on, you can work on it. But either way, it's just what your body is like. And then let's bring that foot back in, using your tummy muscles. Take hold of both straps. And then release the foot down, bend the knee, release the strap out. Excellent stuff. Going to do the same on the other side. So, holding onto the strap, take the strap underneath the left thigh. Using hands if you want to use hands. And lift that hip up with the strap. And then just gently ease the leg from side to side. Again, foot flexed-ish. Knee and lower leg nice and stable. That bottom of the belt is jingling quite nicely. And then start to take that leg in some circles. Ooh, itch your foot on the way around as well. So quite often we might do this exercise in a yoga class. If I'm or any teacher is saying use your hands, but you prefer to use a strap, use a strap. And then let's take those circles the other way. Excellent stuff. And then find some stillness, place that foot down on the floor, release the strap out, and we take the strap around at the bottom foot now, bottom of the foot. So, big toe ball joint and little toe ball joint is where the strap is placed. Lift the leg up, straighten the leg out, and just take a few breaths here just to really feel the stretch. Now, even here, I can feel a little niggle in my hip. That means that it's not quite comfortable as it is. So I'm bending my knee and re-straightening. And that makes it feel a lot better. Spine nice and straight. We're not collapsing down or back. Take both straps in one hand, right hand wherever, and we take that leg out. Bending where we need to, where we're feeling a little niggle, or to gently help us to ease the hip open a little bit more. Breathing here, feeling it. If it's a really horrible pain, we bring the foot back in. We don't want to force the body in anything. We ease it. Bring that leg back into the center. Hold both straps. Ease the foot down. Bend the knee. Release the strap. Now I believe that's all we'll need the straps for the rest of the lesson. So gently place the strap on the floor. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Clasp the hands around the shin, and on an exhale, hug that knee in towards the chest. Keeping the foot flexed, really flexed this time, so we're keeping the toes pointed back towards the knee. We place that foot over the thigh, or the ankle, over the thigh. And let's just allow gravity to do its work on the hip. So Your knee might be up here, your knee might be further down than mine, whatever. If this is uncomfortable for you, bring the foot to the calf, shin area, or even down to the ankle. If you're down at the ankle, maybe try to come to the corner of your chair and allow gravity to work on your hip in that way. So if we're working here, hands are lightly placed on the leg. We are not forcing that knee down at all. Just the weight of your arms, the force of gravity will help just to ease that hip open. Inhale. So this is a seated pigeon pose. If for any reason, if you're doing kind of stood up yoga, if for any reason you find kind of pigeon on the mat or kind of stood using a chair too difficult, sit down, come into this pose. This is pigeon as well. Lovely. From here, let's hug that right knee in again and place it over the left leg. Bring the arms up in front of you and place the left arm over the right. Bring the forearms together, and if you can kind of twist the arms around so the palms come together, bring the palms come together. Let the palms come together, or just hold the forearms here. Ease those elbows up to about shoulder height and just breathe into the stretches where you're feeling the stretch. And to add on, if you wish to add on, inhale, lengthen through your spine, and exhale, just take a gentle fold forward. And again, listen to where you are feeling that in the head, in the body. Inhale, come back up. Release, unravel arms, unravel the knee, hug it in, and place it on the floor. Coming back to a neutral seated position. On an inhale, we lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the left leg now, clasping the palms around the shin, pushing through the right foot if that helps, to lift that knee up and hug that in. So, toes pointing back towards the knee. So we are as if we're trying to kind of push into something invisible at the bottom of our feet. Take that knee, take the ankle over the knee. We move from the hip. So, toes pointing back towards the knee, ankle over hip. And again, take the variations that feel good for you. So it might be on the calf, might be foot on the ankle, just allowing gravity to work on that knee. Wherever you're working, just find some stillness, hands placed wherever's comfortable, inhaling in and out. Lovely. Let's hug that left knee in. And we cross the leg over the foot, over the other leg. And then bring both hands out in front of you like zombies. And now we cross the right arm over the left, bending at the elbows, bringing the forearms together, twisting around to get the palms together if you want to and can do, or forearms together. Elbows up at shoulder height. Inhaling and exhaling, just breathing into the stretch, telling the body that this is exactly the right stretch for it right now. And if the body is telling you otherwise, ease out, come out of the pose. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, we're going to take a gentle fold forward. Again, just listening and feeling where we are feeling this in the body. Inhale, come back up to center. Unravel the arms, unravel the leg, hug the knee in and place it on the floor. Lovely stuff. And then let's just take both feet out wide. Bring the heels to the floor, toes pointing up. Lovely. On an inhale, bring the arms up either side, and we are making a star. So really stretch out through the fingers, stretch out through the legs, engage the legs, spine lengthens as you breathe in, and just enjoy being the star that you are. Lovely stuff. Bring the hands down to prayer position, heart center. Use your hands if you need to and you want to bring the thighs back up, bending the knees, feet hip distance apart, planted nice and firmly on the ground, hands prayer position, heart center, and we finish with our 3 breaths. Taking a soft gaze to a point in front or closing the eyes. 3 breaths in and out. In and out. Just noticing how we've worked, how the hips feel, how we feel, and just marvelling at our bodies. Folding slightly forward. Namaste. Thank you very much. Join me tomorrow for day 10.